Claire, I think it'd be really valuable if we can now touch on other settings, other places where either together we've worked or we've had other experiences of supporting a funeral ceremony where people have very specifically chosen not to be at the crematorium chapel for their collective gathering. What are some of your stories or places that stand out for you?
Wow. Obviously the crematorium's great. It's got everything it needs. It's got a big car park, all of that stuff. But there's something so magical about having a bigger space, no time restrictions in the same way, that kind of thing. And often wedding venues have started to offer spaces in the week for funerals and memorials. And one place that I particularly love is one that we've worked out together, Two Woods in Pulborough, where we're literally in this kind of redwood forest, and it's like it feels like a cathedral when you're in there. It's got this beautiful magical feel to it. And we also had they have a stone circle there. So there was that one funeral that we did where we walked from the ceremony space to the stone circle, and we did a whole it was a whole separate thing there as well. And then we cheered her off, and she went in your car, and we had a load of music, and Gloria, I think it was Vivaldi's Gloria, and everyone gave her a massive round of applause. That was so glorious, and there was something about it being outside that was very special. But of course there are the burial grounds and things as well, which are very beautiful, like Clayton Wood and Clarendon.
And I know when I began, I spoke with a celebrant, and she said, there's something about being out in nature that grounds you. And just feeling the wind take your emotions ready for the next phase of emotion. That there's a majesty, a beauty, an unspoken essence that almost holds you when everything feels out of control. That being in nature is really special.
Being surrounded by green, and lots of crematoria, to be fair, these days have become mindful of that, and they've made sure, like for example, we're surrounded by parkland and
the grounds here are beautiful.
They're absolutely gorgeous, but there's still something about actually having a ceremony, if you can, outside. It just takes it to a whole other level. But
we've had ceremonies in people's gardens, in their front room, in church halls, village halls. Not specifically places where one might expect there to be a coffin, because a coffin can go anywhere. You don't need a special licence or what have you. We've been to the local rugby club, local cricket club. Once you explain to people there will be the presence of the coffin, and they just adapt their thinking perhaps. But the versatility of those venues.
And also because that gives them the option of having the gathering afterwards there. So there are a few barns in this area as well, for example, that you can have the ceremony in the one barn and then just walk through to the next barn, and you've got the lovely greenery around you, and you've got everybody's in the same place. You're not going from one place to the other and that kind of thing. So and
sometimes the coffin stays for the reception time. Other times the coffin will be entrusted to us as the funeral director to go privately for cremation or burial, or maybe just a key family folk will travel with us.
One time I did have a coffin stay in place, and they said, oh, she loved a buffet, so they put like cakes and sandwiches and things on top of the coffin, and it was just lovely, you know, and that was beautiful. And we've also done one where people were coming in and doing the same sort of thing, spending time with that person and putting little notes on their coffin as other things were happening, and that was just lovely to have that time to say goodbye separately without everybody else being there, and people could just pop in and see her. That was lovely.